Hello everyone, and welcome back to another exciting video presented to you by Yo-Yo the Entertainer. In this video, we shall be shining the light on one of the most beautiful and developed country in Africa, and we shall be presenting everything you need to know about this beautiful country. That country is Namibia. Before we proceed, please take a few seconds to subscribe to our channel so you don't miss any of our videos. 1. Namibia has a complex and fascinating history, shaped by both colonial influences and the struggles for independence. The country was initially inhabited by indigenous groups, including the Khoikhoi, San, and Herero peoples, who had established distinct cultural and social traditions. In the late 19th century, Namibia, then known as German Southwest Africa, was colonized by the German Empire, leading to the subjugation and oppression of the local populations. This period was marked by the Herero and Nama genocides, which resulted in the deaths of tens of thousands of indigenous people. Following World War I, Namibia came under the administration of South Africa, which continued to enforce discriminatory policies and apartheid rule. This led to the rise of the Southwest Africa People's Organization, SWAPO, which spearheaded the independence movement in the 1960s and 1970s. After a protracted struggle, Namibia finally gained independence in 1990, becoming a sovereign and democratic state. Since then, the country has made significant strides in reconciliation, nation building, and economic development, while still grappling with the legacy of its colonial past. 2. Namibia is a vast and diverse country, renowned for its striking geographical features. Situated in southwestern Africa, Namibia is the second least densely populated country in the world, with a land area of over 824,000 square kilometers. The country is dominated by the Namib Desert, one of the oldest deserts in the world, which covers much of the western and central regions. This arid landscape is home to unique flora and fauna, including the iconic Welwitschia mirabilis plant and the desert-adapted elephant. To the east, Namibia's terrain transitions into the Kalahari Desert, a vast expanse of sand dunes and savanna. In the north, the Etosha Pan, a massive salt flat, is a renowned wildlife haven, attracting a rich variety of species, including lions, elephants, and the endangered black rhino. Namibia's coastline, known as the Skeleton Coast, is characterized by towering sand dunes, shipwrecks, and the pounding of the Atlantic Ocean. Inland, the country boasts rugged mountains, such as the Brandberg and Spitzkop, which offer breathtaking landscapes and opportunities for outdoor exploration. 3. Namibia has a relatively small population of around 2.5 million people as of 2023. The country is characterized by a diverse ethnic composition, with the largest groups being the Ovambu, around 50% of the population, Kavango, 9%, Herero, 7%, Damara, 7%, and Nama, 5%. Namibia's population is relatively young, with a median age of around 21 years. This youthful demographic presents both opportunities and challenges for the country's development, as the government must ensure access to education, healthcare, and employment for the growing population. The majority of Namibians, approximately 60%, live in rural areas, with the remaining population residing in urban centers such as the capital city, Windhoek, as well as Swakopmund, Walvis Bay, and Oshakati. The urban-rural divide has contributed to economic and social disparities, which the government has sought to address through various development initiatives. Namibia's population growth rate has slowed in recent years, standing at around 1.9% as of 2023. This is due to a decline in fertility rates and improvements in healthcare and family planning. Nonetheless, the country continues to grapple with issues such as high unemployment, income inequality, and the impact of HIV/AIDS on the population. 4. Namibia has a diverse and relatively stable economy, with a focus on natural resource extraction, agriculture, and tourism. The country is rich in mineral resources, including diamonds, uranium, gold, copper, and zinc, which have traditionally been the backbone of its economy. The mining sector, which accounts for a significant portion of Namibia's GDP, has attracted significant foreign investment and has been a key driver of economic growth. In addition, the country's fishing industry, focused on species like hake, pilchard, and lobster, is a major exporter and contributor to the economy. Agriculture, particularly livestock farming, also plays an important role, with beef and mutton being important export commodities. The tourism industry, centered around the country's stunning natural landscapes and wildlife, has also become an increasingly important economic sector, contributing to job creation and foreign exchange earnings. Despite its economic progress, Namibia still faces challenges, including high unemployment, income inequality, and a need to diversify its economic base beyond the extractive industries. The government has implemented various policies and initiatives to address these issues and promote sustainable economic development. 5. Namibia has been making concerted efforts to develop its infrastructure in recent years, recognizing its importance for economic growth and social development. The country's road network is relatively well developed, with a mix of paved and gravel roads connecting major cities and towns. The Trans-Kalahari Highway, which runs across the country from east to west, is a key transportation corridor. Additionally, Namibia is working to improve its rail network, with ongoing projects to upgrade and expand the existing system. In the aviation sector, Namibia has several international and domestic airports, including the Hosea Kutako International Airport in Windhoek, which serves as the country's main gateway. The government has also invested in the development of port facilities, with the port of Walvis Bay being a key hub for maritime trade and logistics. Access to electricity, water, and telecommunications infrastructure has improved in recent years, though challenges remain in ensuring universal coverage, particularly in rural areas. The government has made significant strides in renewable energy development, with a focus on solar and wind power to diversify the energy mix. 6. Namibia's healthcare system is a mix of public and private providers, with the government playing a significant role in the provision of healthcare services. The public healthcare system is structured around a network of primary healthcare clinics, district hospitals, and referral hospitals, with the aim of providing accessible and affordable care to all Namibians. However, the system faces challenges, including shortages of medical personnel, equipment, and supplies, particularly in rural areas. The private healthcare sector, on the other hand, caters to those who can afford private insurance or out-of-pocket payments. This sector is relatively well developed, with several private hospitals, clinics, and specialized healthcare facilities offering advanced medical services. The government has made efforts to improve the healthcare system, including investing in the training and retention of healthcare professionals, upgrading medical infrastructure, and implementing policies to address the burden of communicable and non-communicable diseases. Initiatives have also been taken to expand access to essential medicines and improve the availability of primary healthcare services. Despite these efforts, Namibia continues to grapple with public health challenges, such as high HIV/AIDS prevalence, maternal and child health issues, and the growing burden of non-communicable diseases. 7. Namibia's educational system has undergone significant reforms since the country's independence in 1990, with the goal of improving access, quality, and equity in education. The system is structured around 13 years of formal schooling, consisting of pre-primary, primary, and secondary levels. Primary education is compulsory and free, while secondary education is largely subsidized by the government. The Ministry of Education, Arts, and Culture oversees the education system, setting policies and standards, and managing the allocation of resources. The curriculum is designed to align with national development priorities and international standards, with a focus on subjects like mathematics, science, and language arts. Namibia has made strides in increasing enrollment rates, particularly at the primary level, and has also worked to improve teacher training and the availability of educational resources. However, challenges remain, including disparities in educational outcomes between urban and rural areas, as well as concerns about the quality of education and the relevance of the curriculum to the job market. The government has recognized the importance of education as a key driver of economic and social development, and continues to invest in initiatives to strengthen the educational system and ensure that all Namibians have access to quality education. 8. Namibia has made significant strides in improving the standard of living for its citizens since independence, though challenges remain in addressing economic disparities and ensuring equitable access to resources. The country's GDP per capita, adjusted for purchasing power parity, was around $11,000 in 2023, placing it among the upper middle-income countries in Africa. However, this figure masks a high level of income inequality, with a significant portion of the population living in poverty, particularly in rural areas. Access to basic services, such as clean water, sanitation, and electricity, has improved, but significant gaps still exist, especially in remote and underserved communities. The government has implemented programs and initiatives to address these gaps, including investing in infrastructure development and social welfare programs. Namibia has also made progress in improving healthcare and education outcomes, with increased access to primary healthcare services and rising enrollment rates in primary and secondary schools. However, challenges remain in ensuring the quality and equity of these services. When visiting Namibia, there are a few important things tourists should avoid doing to respect the local culture and environment. 1. Avoid littering or damaging the fragile desert landscape. Namibia's vast, arid environments are highly sensitive, and even small actions can have a significant impact. 2. Refrain from feeding or approaching wild animals, as this can disrupt their natural behaviors and put both the animals and tourists at risk. 3. Avoid disrespecting local customs and traditions, such as dressing inappropriately or behaving in a way that is seen as offensive. 4. Refrain from using single-use plastics, which can be difficult to dispose of properly in Namibia's remote areas.